What's up, everybody? Come up in here. Dude, Tyler Robinson, bro. I'm just going to show this, bro. Check this out, bro. I'm just going to show it right off the rip. Tyler Robinson trial. The state of Utah versus Tyler James Robinson, bro. They've got the Webb files up in here, bro. This is going to be sick, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Anyways, what's up? We'll let everybody just trickle on up in here for a minute. We'll let everybody up on... Oh, I got to change the thumbnail on YouTube real fast. Change the thumbnail on YouTube real fast. What's up, everybody who's up in here? What's up, everybody? Oh, I got to click go live for Facebook, bro. Where's everybody at? People coming up and in here. What's up, dude? We're here. We're here. Delete that. Delete that out of there. Come up here. Oh, look. Okay. Let me come up over here real fast. Well, everybody's just trickling on up in here. What's up, guys? We're here. We're up in here. We're up in here, bro. Today's going to be crazy, bro. I'm telling you. Today is going to be crazy, dude. Am I on some crazy VPN, bro? Oh, no. I'm in the United States still. Sometimes I'm in, like, Serbia and shit, bro. And all of a sudden, I feel like my streams don't do as well. Boom. There we go. There's the kick link. Let me just go ahead and just get that kick link right up here. Let's see here. We'll go like this. Boom. It's pinned to the top of the chat. Everybody, what's up, YouTube? What's up, Facebook? What's up, Twitch? What's up, Kick? Where's everybody at? How's it going, everybody? What's up? Here we are. Pinning the Kick link to the top of the chat for everybody. We're up over here on Kick. Kick. I'm just trying to get everybody up over here to Kick, bro. If you come up over here to Kick, could you please possibly just drop a green, a yellow, and a red heart in the chat? There's 4 people already up on Facebook, bro. What if I showed you this, dude? What if I come up over here like this, bro, and tell you the Tyler Robinson files are inside of Webb? We're going to be deep diving into that shit today, boy. Today. Dang, there's nobody coming in. Seems like everybody who's up in here is busy today or something. I don't know what's going on, but I hope y'all are safe and I love all of you. But before we get into that, bro, I'm just going to type in I'm live now. I'm just going to come over here and type in this other chat. I'm live now. And then people will come up on in here. What's up, Facebook? Hello, how are you guys doing today? I just want to let you guys know, first and foremost, I'm just appreciative of all you guys who show up, show out. You know what I mean? Hit all them buttons. Come hang out with me when I'm live streaming, dude. I just truly appreciate it because in all actuality, you guys are the ones that are the reason why I'm here, bro. Yes, this is a big-ass glass mug of lukewarm coffee. We got some work to do today, bro. I'm getting into these Tyler Robinson files. It doesn't seem like any of the other people are coming on any of the other platforms, dude. It seems suspicious. Interesting. Does it not say that I'm live on Kick, bro? I should be live on Kick. Let me just come up over here like this. What's up, Jupiter Mission? What's up? Let me just turn on the Kick. Kick should go. It says Kick's not running. Why isn't Kick running? There it is. There we are. We're in here. Are you guys here on Kick? Can you see me? Ooh, I just hit that. Boom. I see. I hear myself now. I hear myself now. If you're here, say, hey, girl, hey. Yo, Vox, bro. I just have to say, bro, I'm so appreciative of you, bro. I'm telling you what, yesterday you gifted me so many subs, bro. I almost made like damn near like the most money I ever made on streaming. And it's not that I haven't had a whole bunch of people gift subs on Kick, bro. It's realistically, dude. It's that the other platforms are like, but me. You know what I'm saying? They're me. They took all their money, bro. It's crazy how much the conversion is. Like, I should have been, to be honest, if you have any dreams inside of your mind right now to be a content creator, start right now. Whether it's a streamer, whether it's short form content, start now. Don't wait, bro. This shit takes time. This shit takes, you gotta get in the groove of it, bro. I wish, to be honest, I've only been streaming on Twitch for 5 days now. And I wish I would, on Kick, sorry. I'm trying to leave Twitch really and come back just solely on to Kick. That's where everybody is at that you're seeing in the chat right now. Facebook, all these people are up on Kick. If you're on Kick, can you just spam the chat with alien emotes? YouTube, what's up? Thank you guys for being here, bro. We're going to get into these Tyler Robinson files, bro. Just trying to get everybody to let everybody trickle on in. If you're here, I'm trying to get a good little amount, bro, a little head count of people in here. So if you could just comment anything, bro, comment a poop emoji. You could comment, do your hair, you look like a bum. You could say, hey, those are some cool glasses. I'm just trying to get a head count of how many people are up in here. You know what I mean? What's up, Jupiter Mission on YouTube? What's good? What's goody? What's goody? What's goody? There says, what's up, Jason Beveridge? What's good, bro? What's good, Soda Pop? Scotty Wheel, bro. How have you been, dude? I haven't seen you for a while, bro. I swear, bro, if I'm being honest, I'm pretty sure me and Queen Trip, dude, we freaking seen a Scotty Wheel commenting on the live stream for the Alley Files when we were watching the Tyler Robinson case. Was that you, bro? Were you up in there commenting, bro? All right, guys. We have been waiting long enough. Seems as if we've been already live for about 7 minutes. I saw your name, Scotty. We saw you, bro. We saw you, bro. We saw you, dude. Just a second. I got to fit one last little thing, a little adjustment. One last little adjustment. One last little adjustment. Dang, bro. What's up, dude? Hell yeah, Scotty. That's super sick, bro. All right, you guys ready to get up into this? I know today is just going to be a straight up mindful message and then right into the Tyler Robinson files, okay? Right up in to the Tyler Robinson files, bro. They're in here. Let me show you. Webb's got a pretty good deal going on right now, bro, where your first month using Webb, you can actually get it for $5. So you can actually look at these yourself. But we'll get into that later because I'm going to be recording a clip later to try and get a collaboration on it with Ian Carroll and Webb and Kevin is a Human on my socials. You know what I mean? So because they just dropped the Tyler Robinson files like this morning, I'm trying to jump on the wave, you know what I mean? I'm trying to jump on the wave and catch that wave, you know what I mean? So we all know why you're here. You're all here for this little mindful message, bro, because, you know, if you're new here to one of my streams, we never actually know where we're going to end up by the end of the stream. We could end up at Jeffrey Epstein all the way down to the Canaanites and ancient Baal worship. We could end up somewhere in Bohemian Grove or talking about the banking dynasty of the Rothschilds, or we could get into what the Star of David actually means, or into Jesus, or into quantum physics and spirituality. So we never really know where we're going to end up by the end. What's up? Kevin is a Human. He's up in here, bro. We're about to dive in. I just got to do this little opening message, bro, and then we're going to dive right into the Tyler Robinson files, bro. But basically the opening messages, bro, if you've been here for a few streams or even brand new to this stream, I try my best no matter how crazy the rabbit hole gets, that in the very beginning of the stream, majority of people who click on this video are going to watch the beginning at least. So in the beginning, I want to give you something that you can take away with you when you end the video, when you click out of the app, something that feeds your soul, something that has purpose, something that actually contributes to this thing called Team Human, us humans that are now coming to realize that eventually there will be AI cyborgs and we're fighting against demons and reptilians and pedophiles and all of that. So before we get into the crazy stuff, I just want to give you something that you can, like I said, take with you, bro. Okay? I do record these clips for later as well. So if you see them on my social platforms, bro, you can see the maybe you can't see it right here. You'll be able to see it in the other screen. But yeah. How are y'all doing today? Let me take a quick drink of this grandiose mug of lukewarm coffee before we get in. For everybody who's on Facebook, there is a link that's pinned to the top of your chat. Facebook forces you to watch it like this. Yes, that is my background. I am a trippy ass little hippie, but Facebook forces you to watch it like this. If you click the link that's pinned to the top of the chat, you can go over to Kick where you can watch it like this. I'm trying to get everybody over to Kick YouTube. If you want to come over, we're over on Kick. But yeah, YouTube, we got people up in here. Thank you guys for being here. I love you so much. If nobody's told you today, I'm proud of you. You are enough. You are worthy. We should have some hearts coming out of my hand in any second. If I can get the camera to do it. Oh, there they are. Or how about the balloons? We can get the balloons real fast. Or we can even get the freaking confetti before we get going. Let's go. It's a party up in here. What's up, dude? You like the cool shades or what? They make me feel groovy. Cheers. So once you open your third eye, you realize something brutal. Not every spirit, teacher, or download is actually your friend. The more awake that you get, the more voices that you start hearing, like online, the one in your head, the voice that talks to you in your dreams, the message from the universe, numbers, numerology, synchronicities. Some of them are pure medicine, but some of them are pure manipulation dressed up as light. And if you've ever wondered, how do I know what's actually from source and what's just noise? You can comment the words third eye open, so we know that we're talking to the ones who can't unsee all the things that they've already seen. Because when you wake up, the noise gets so much louder. Waking up is not peaceful at first whatsoever. It's because you stopped living on autopilot, and suddenly conspiracies, secret societies, the agendas, they all jump out of the shadows. Every video that you see possibly has some hidden knowledge. Every creator has the truth. Every dream feels like it might be a sign, and every emotion might be the beginning of a download. Spiritual writers call this like the discernment problem. Once you admit the unseen is real, you then have to figure out which unseen you're dealing with. Because in any spiritual war, deception is not going to walk in the room with horns and a name tag. It's going to walk in dressed like whatever you're actually most likely to trust. That's why discernment isn't optional. It's survival. So across traditions, there's the same warning. Test the spirits, discern the voices. Not every light is light. In plain language, that means that not every energy that feels good is good for you. Not every teacher who sounds wise is living wisely. And not every synchronicity is instruction. Some of them are coincidence, bro. The attention economy makes this so much harder. Algorithms amplify whatever keeps you watching, not what keeps you whole. So you end up seeing spirituality mixed with narcissism, prophecy mixed with ego, healing mixed with control, love and light mixed with bypassing and denial. Discernment is how you stop giving your soul to the loudest frequency inside of the room. So here's where we get practical. When something shows up like a teacher, a vision, a download, a trend, a person, you have to ask yourself a few questions, even if it's quietly. Does this lead me to more truth or away from it? Like, real guidance may be uncomfortable, but it doesn't ask you to live in lies. The second question is, does this expand my compassion or does it shrink it? Because real spirit work increases your ability to love, even while protecting yourself. The third question is, does this require me to abandon my conscience? If a voice asks you to ignore your own sense of right and wrong, that's a red flag. It's not a revelation. The fourth question is, does this deepen my integrity or does it weaken it? Because real spiritual growth makes you more honest, more consistent, more responsible with your power. And then the last question that you have to ask yourself, does this make me more present or more addicted to the escape? If a teaching keeps you chasing highs instead of living your actual life, that's not awakening, bro. It's just another cage. You don't need a theology degree or a guru for those tests. You just need a real, quiet moment, a real look at your own motives, and the courage to say, this looks shiny, but it is not aligned. That's discernment, bro. Discernment isn't just an idea. It literally shows up in your nervous system. If you start to pay attention to what happens inside of you when you encounter a teaching, a person, or a sign, real guidance often feels like a deep exhale. Your body may be challenged, but something in your chest starts to unclench. Manipulation often feels like a rush followed by a drain. Hype, urgency, then emptiness and shame later. Truth can make you feel uncomfortable, but it doesn't leave you like more fragmented. It invites you actually to become more whole. Now, shadow work teachers say that awakening without this kind of embodied discernment is just spiritual bypass, like you float above your life instead of actually healing it. So part of using your third eye is learning to listen to your body. Does this voice make me feel smaller, more afraid, or more dependent? Or does it call me into more responsibility, more clarity, and more love? The answer to those questions are often quieter than words, but they're more honest. And here's the crazy thing, bro. The wild thing is that your third eye is not just for seeing behind the veil. It's actually a filter that helps you sort what you see. You already know magic is real. You already know that there are secret societies that are abusing and eating children that probably govern the entire planet. You already know that there is an attention-based war for your soul, bro. You have to fight the distraction, fight the distortion, fight the division, fight the despair. And then the next step is simple, bro. You just have to decide that you're not going to hand over your soul to every single frequency that gives you goosebumps. And if you're ready to use your third eye for discernment and not just aesthetic, drop third eye again in the comments. But this time as a commitment. I'm awake and I'm going to be wise with what I follow. So here's the truth that should shake you just a little bit. Spiritual awakening without discernment is just being more sensitive in a sea of manipulation. Anyone can say love and light. Anyone can quote a verse, drop a downloaded message, pull a tarot card, share a prophecy, or teach a ritual. The question is not, is it spiritual? The question is, what does this do to my spirit? In a war that's for your soul, some voices will heal you, some will hype you, some will hook you, and some will hollow you out over time. Discernment is the muscle that learns to feel the difference. So as you move through the world today with two eyes to look and one eye to see, you just need to remember this. You are allowed to take a pause before you believe anything. You are allowed to test energy, teachings, and communities. You are allowed to walk away from anything that asks you to trade your integrity, your compassion, or your sanity for access to higher realms. Your third eye isn't a toy. It's like literally an ancient sacred technology. So use it to see. Use it to sort and as a filter. Use it to guard the doorway to your soul. Because in this spiritual war that we are in right now, the most powerful thing that you can do is not just be awake. It's awake and discerning. A human whose heart is open, whose mind is clear, and whose soul will never be for sale. I love you, Team Human. Give me them hearts, boy. Give me that heart hand, boy. What's up, motherfuckers? How was that for an opening message, huh? How was that? How was that for just a little opening banger? Something to smoke up later, huh? Who's up in here? If you're here, say what's up. Dude, I think I have some new people in here, bro. I think if you've never been here before, can you say first time or your locks look beautiful or whatever? But looks like there's a few people that ain't been in here. What's up, Ralph? What's up, Chai? What's up, Kyle, Karen, Monica? I see you. Vox, Scotty Wheeler, Melissa, Britt, Becky. What's up? What's up? What's up? Julia Brand is in the house. We got Soda Pop is up in here. What's up, Soda Pop? What's up, dude? Dang, homie. What's up? Okay, you guys ready to get up in this? Check this out, bro. What's up, dude? Let's go, Tyler. Oh, I might as well just show you. Okay, so check this out, bro. Let me just hit this right here. All right, so Webb actually just dropped the Tyler Robinson trial files inside of the data sets. We're going to dive into this today. The cool thing now, not only did they just drop the Tyler Robinson files, but Webb actually has like a little promo that's going on right now, actually. For $5, bro, you can look at this yourself. For $5. I'm going to drop the link in all of the chats, Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, Kick. You guys should go check out Webb, bro. I'm going to check it out today, right here with you guys on stream. But if you wanted to go look at it yourself, I just dropped the link for $5, bro, your first month. I'll prove it to you, hopefully by the end of this. Now, I'm going to show you right now. Not only does this have the Tyler Robinson trial files, it's also got like the 9/11 FIOA files. It's got the chemical industry archive files, COVID-19 files that Tulsi Gabbard released about the bio weapons and the bio labs. They've got all released Jeffrey Epstein files. And then even on top of that, they have all of the spiritual and religious texts as well. So let's get right into this Tyler Robinson, bro. And if you haven't noticed, I just have to give a shout out. Ian Carroll. Kevin is a human. We'll put in the Jeffrey Epstein files inside of this data set. We'll go ahead and get the COVID-19 ones. There might be some overlapping stuff. They even got the UFO files. Yeah, all the UFO files that the government's dropped. They've got all of that stuff in there too. I'm telling you, for $5 a month, bro, it's a steal, bro. It's a steal. We'll put in 9/11 and then we'll just leave it at that. Create investigation. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. It looks so beautiful. I've been using Webb since the beginning, bro. Since beta testing, bro. So let's go. What you guys got some questions? What's up? Let's start firing off some Tyler Robinson questions. I'll ask the first 3 questions that intrigue me in the chat. I wish we had a Team Human Ranch as well. Cows, chickens, gardens, music, kumbaya and shit. Any questions? I'm waiting for questions. Okay, you know what? Nobody's going to drop a question in here right this very second. I'll just drop one. All righty, here's the question. I watched it, Scott. I watched you on Alley Files, bro. Okay, so Lance, Twigs, and Tyler had a exchange on Discord. Boom. Let's just pull this up right here. Look. Ooh, it looks just so elegant. Like, for real, bro. Shout out Ian Carroll. Shout out Kevin is a Human and Webb. Yeah, look at this, bro. It's going to pull all this up for us. I'm pretty sure I don't know. Maybe it's just on Kevin's. I seen a little sources tab. Like, look, right here. Boom.
In my friend group, and I knew he liked playing games, but that's about it when we first, when he first moved in.
Okay. Before we go on, I realized my mic was muted at the outset. Was yours on, your microphone?
No.
Okay. I'm going to repeat those admonitions just to make sure we got it recorded. Okay, so, again, I placed you under oath.
Boom. Right there. See that? I'm going to read this little excerpt. It says, Twigs was Tyler Robinson's roommate. He first met Robinson in person around 2023, though they'd known each other for much longer. He was interviewed twice by the FBI, once in the morning of September 12th at the St. George Police Department, and once again on April 20th, 2026 at the Utah County Attorney's Office.
All right, turning to a different topic. And Judge, I'm aware that there are going to be some objections about this that we'll have to address, but I just want to lay a little bit of foundation first before we get there. Are you've mentioned him already. Are you familiar with an individual named Lance?
Yes, I am.
And who is he in regards to this investigation?
He's the roommate of Tyler Robinson.
Was he interviewed as part of this investigation?
He was.
How many times?
2 times.
When was the first time?
The first time was the early morning hours of September 12th, and that occurred at St. George Police Department.
So we've heard of several people coming in and being spoken with at Washington County Sheriff's Office.
Correct.
Mr. Twigs was spoken with at St. George PD.
Correct.
Do you know who was present for that interview?
It was FBI agents Larson and Agent Ling.
Okay, so we're going to watch the first interview in its entire, not necessarily in its entirety. There's actually a few things I want to talk about in this interview. This is 5 hours long. Let me just go straight to the interview like they have it clipped.
And I knew.
Go back. Keep going. I want to point one thing out. Okay, check this out, bro. I'm trying to find a specific clip. I seen a reptile, bro. I'm telling you. I'm just telling you. I swear to God, I seen a reptile come over here and, help Lance Twigskis.
I can do that. You know, that is right.
Nope, it was back for the microphone. Right there. There's the fucking the lizard, bro. It's the lizard, bro. She looks like a lizard. Am I just too far off baseball, bro? Oh yeah, we're gonna pull up a lot of this stuff, bro. But am I too far off base? We're gonna get really into the files. I just actually seen this yesterday when I was watching this, and I'm like, oh my gosh, is that a lizard that came and helped Tyler Robinson?
To my friend group, and I knew he liked playing games, but that's about it when we first when he first moved in.
Okay. Before we go on, I realized my mic was muted at the outset. Was yours on, your microphone? Okay. I'm going to repeat those admonitions just to make sure we got recorded. Okay, so, again, I placed you under oath. Just to make a record, I'm going to do it again. You do solemnly swear that the evidence you shall give in this issue shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes.
And again, I'm going to give you the false statement admonition.
Sorry, hold on. They're saying that it's echoing, so
I think this one's mic is on.
Okay, sorry.
Okay, you know I'll mute my mic. That's fine.
Okay.
Okay, so we should be good. All right.
She's a lizard, bro.
Is that mic on?
Yes.
Okay, great.
Sorry.
All right, okay, sorry about that interruption. All right, so you said when you first met you were roommates?
Yeah.
Okay. And then at some point, your relationship progressed to something more than just roommates, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
When was that?
I think we started dating 2 or 3 months after he moved in.
Okay.
I do gotta make this point, bro. And maybe you guys can relate. This doesn't really give off like homosexual furry vibes to me, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like this doesn't give off. maybe I'm just misreading the situation. Let me just say, Lance Twiggs images. I'm gonna pull up this image real quick. Okay? This is one thing I was thinking right here. You're telling me that this little skinny-faced kid right here on the side, you're telling me that's this kid? His face seems way more round to me. Maybe, like I said, I'm just a little off base. You tell me if you can see the same thing. That doesn't, I don't know if that looks like necessarily the same old kid right there, bro. Like you're telling me that looks like this person right here in the furry outfit. You're telling me that looks like Lance Twiggs, bro, right here? I don't know.
And where did you live at that time?
St. George, in an apartment complex.
And is that apartment the same place you lived when on September 10th?
Yes.
When you lived there with Tyler, were you in the same room? Did you live in the same room or different rooms?
No, separate rooms.
And at that time, let's say September of 2025, what were you doing with your life? Were you working, school?
I was working. I was doing like bathtub and shower repair and stuff in new construction.
Okay. How about Tyler?
That sure does seem like that sure does seem like a job a furry would have, huh? Construction, like plumbing. Okay, so now you guys seen the basis of this. I wanted to really actually, I haven't looked through any of this stuff first, so I wanted to actually give you guys the opportunity right now to even just ask questions pertaining the Tyler Robinson stuff. Do you guys have questions? Let's see here. Here's one right here, Scotty Will. What about the screwdriver? Boom, Webb's going to pull it up. The cool thing about Webb actually is it's not like any sort of other AI chatbot, even though it has like a similar chatbot type vibe to it. Webb will only pull information from the specific data sets in Webb. Like, remember when I was telling you all the things in the very beginning when I showed you the dashboard for Webb? All of those things are data sets that have been uploaded into Webb, and Webb will only pull information from that. Whereas like other AI chatbots might hallucinate because they're trying to find a way to succeed in the mission of completing whatever prompt you put into the thing. Sometimes they make shit up. Okay, right here. The screwdriver estates exhibit 3.1. A photograph of a screwdriver was found on the rooftop of the Losi building in Orem, where investigators determined the shooter's perch. Where investigators determined the shooter's perch was located.
The witness on your screen, Officer Bagley 2, states exhibit 3.1. Let me know when you see that.
Yes, I see it.
Do you recognize what that is?
I do.
And what is that?
That's a picture of the screwdriver that I saw that day on top of the rooftop of the Losi building.
Okay. And that's how it appeared on the roof that day?
Yes.
Is that a fair and accurate portrayal of the screwdriver you observed and found that day?
Yes.
Your Honor, the state offers states exhibit 3.1.
Ms. Nestor?
Your Honor, we renew our standing objection and object on the grounds that there's no...
I'm telling you what, bro. I've watched a whole bunch of court cases, been involved in a whole bunch of court cases, and I can't fucking stand the way that these people talk, and especially with this Kirk case, bro. All of them are just, I don't want to say it, bro, but they all just sound slow. A crime scene investigator testified that on the rooftop they found three things: the screwdriver, which was evidence of the shooter's perch, visible through oblique lighting as disturbances in the rooftop gravel. Okay, how reliable is that? They're like, oh yeah, that's where it was. There's rocks over there that are moved. The swipe marks on the northeast ledge of the building. Oh, you're talking about like where he like jumped off of the building. They were all photographed and collected. Sources. Oh, we could pull all that up. That's sick. I'm just looking for pictures. They just got videos pulling up.
Serial number 8863.
And there's also some other identification numbers. Is that the towel that you found with the rifle that day?
Yes, it
On
is.
September 10th?
Yes.
Item 8.
There was a Dremel tool found at Tyler's home, which Lance confirmed Tyler asked about for engraving bullets. Was also extensively tested. The ATF ran a biology report, Exhibit 33, on the Dremel and the cartridge cases, plus a tool mark comparison report, Exhibit 34. Tyler's DNA was found on the cord of the Dremel tool. Duh, it's his. The longest metal bit, the shortest metal bit, an etched 30-06 cartridge case. Okay, that's crazy. Of course, they're going to find his DNA on it. Let's just ask this. Ready? Did the bullet match the gun? This is an easy one. If you guys haven't heard. What's up, everybody? Who's here? If you're here, I just want to tell you thank you. I love you for always showing up. Give me the heart hands. There we go. If you're here, could you just comment an emoji up in here? Comment up an emoji and any emoji you want. Cheerio, mate. King, top of the morning to you. Melissa, I see you. Monica, I see you. What's up, dude? Becky, I see you. Dude, I'm telling you, bro. You guys could, for $5 a month, you can download and use Webb right now, bro. For $5 a month, you can use this for not only just, like I said, Tyler Robinson, but for the Epstein files. It's a steal for $5. The bullet did not match the rifle. Weird. How is that even possible for a case like this? The fragments that they got out of Charlie Kirk don't even match the rifle. I'm not sure even how to actually really take that. Especially if we come up over here and you could pull up a whole bunch of stuff about like Donald Trump Jr., fucking Fox News all saying this is a open and shut case, la da 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 da. The bullet did not match the rifle. The ATF resulted in inconclusive. The ATF was unable to conclusively match the bullet recovered from Charlie Kirk's autopsy to the Mauser 98 rifle found near the scene. Now, it does get a little bit more complicated than just inconclusive. The reason that's inconclusive is that the ATF's laboratory report dated September 17th, 2025, case number 2025-W-000401 was admitted as State Exhibit 32 at the preliminary hearing and analyzed evidence, including Exhibit 1, the Mauser 898 rifle, tested, fired, operable, the fired cartridge case, the unfired cartridges, and 1 bullet jacket fragment and 4 lead fragments from Kirk's autopsy. Let's hear what she says about it being inconclusive. Let's see. Is there a video for it?
Again, Exhibit 1 rifle is what?
Is the one that we found on campus.
Okay. Exhibit 2, if you'll look at the next, skip the next line and then go to the Exhibit 2 cartridge case, will you read that sentence?
Yes. The Exhibit 2 cartridge case was identified as having been fired in the Exhibit 1 rifle.
Okay, now I want to jump back up to the top where it lists the exhibits. 2 through 5, will you explain what those are and where they came from?
Yes. That would be the items we found in the gun on scene, and this was the gun that was found in the wooded area.
And so the cartridge case is the round that had been is the case that had been fired.
Yes.
Okay, so that's number 2. All right. I can't remember. Did we already read that line? Exhibit 2 cartridge case.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. Will you also look at or read the last paragraph on this page?
Yes. The Exhibit 2 cartridge case and Exhibit 3 through 5 cartridges were examined for the presence of comparable tool marks. Tool marks were located on the exterior of the Exhibit 2 cartridge case and Exhibit 3 cartridges, in parentheses scribe marks, that are consistent with being produced by engravings and or rotary cutting tips commonly found.
And scroll down, please, Kimberly.
Installed in handheld rotary tools, such as a Dremel tool. These tool marks contain marks of value for comparison if a suspect tool is located.
Okay, I'd ask to scroll back up to show the exhibit list. Number 6, what is Exhibit 6?
Exhibit 6 is the bullet fragment, the bullet jacket fragment, as well as some other fragments that were recovered from Mr. Kirk at the time of autopsy.
Thank you. Going back to page 2, will you read the first full paragraph there beginning with Exhibit 6?
Yes. Exhibit 6 consists of 1 .30 caliber class deformed damaged bullet jacket fragment and 4 lead fragments.
Will you read the next paragraph as well?
The Exhibit 6A bullet jacket fragment could not be identified or excluded as having been fired from the Exhibit 1 rifle based on an agreement of all discernible class characteristics and neither sufficient agreement nor sufficient disagreement of individual characteristics. The results of the comparison was inconclusive.
Okay. So, basically, this is what she just said. Right? You understand it just like I understand it. You could put aliens in the chat if you see it how I see it. If you don't see it how I see it, please say something so I can better understand this complex thing we're trying to figure out, right? So she said that it was inconclusive and that they couldn't trace the bullet fragments back to the gun. But she didn't say that outright that they were inconclusive. They said she's saying that the reason they were inconclusive is because they showed just as many consistencies as inconsistencies. Does that sound applicable? Does that sound like what she is saying? That's kind of what I'm understanding is it's inconclusive, not because necessarily the bullet does not match, but it doesn't match just as much as it matches. So she can't say either way. Does that make sense? Still, either way, if you can't match the bullet to the gun, it kind of, in my personal experiences dealing with the criminal justice system, now, mind you, I have 7 years, almost 8 years clean and sober. 11/5/18 is my clean and sober date because we do recover. So when I have almost 10 years incarcerated, 2.5 years inside of prison, the rest of it in and outside of county jails. So I have a kind of a basis understanding of how the system works, at least from the inside. So I've never ever spoken to anyone on the inside that could even possibly tell me that in their case that I talked to murderers. I talked to this dude named Boxcar Bob in Wyoming who was like a train hopper and he was killing gay boyfriends and shit across the country. Boxcar Bob. Anyways. So I've never heard anyone say that, yeah, they couldn't even match the bullet to the gun and then they still went to prison. So for me, I don't know about you, this is like a pretty big deal, even if it wasn't inconclusive just because it was similar on both sides. Does that make sense? Like she said, it's not that the bullet, they can prove that it wasn't. It's that they have no way to tell if it is because it matches and it doesn't. Now, the defense's position, they seized on this specific thing aggressively. They wrote that the ATF was unable to identify the bullet recovered at autopsy to the rifle allegedly tied to Mr. Robinson and framed it as exculpatory evidence, arguing that the state can't prove that the fatal round came from Tyler's rifle. They also noted that there was a discrepancy in the number of fragments. The medical examiner documented 7 fragments, but the ATF only received 4. Weird. Why is it if everything is supposed to be up to motherfucking par, homie, how come the people that are doing the analyzation don't have all the evidence to analyze? Isn't that kind of retarded that the medical examiner documented 7 fragments and maybe if they would have submitted all 7 fragments to the ATF that they would have been able to receive that it was consistent with that rifle? Maybe those fragments were like the missing pieces. Instead, they decided to keep evidence. Does it make sense to you? Please just make it. Please just make it make sense. All righty. So the prosecution is saying that the state's case doesn't rest on the bullet to rifle match alone. Here's what they've got. The fired casing inside of the rifle was definitely matched to the gun. The same casing found with the etched inscription about transgenderism. Tyler's DNA was on the trigger, barrel, bolt, scope, and firing cases, and 2 of the 3 unfired cartridges. Well, duh, if you were a patsy and your job was just to handle the gun that became evidence, you know what I'm saying? Of course, all of that stuff would have your DNA. Me personally, his shirt blew up. It was an explosive. That's all I got. If you've been listening or paying attention to this case closely in any capacity, you probably listened to Candace Owens and have watched Jesse on Fire, who talked about the exploding microphone. There's been a lot of people that talked about the exploding microphone. So who really, in my mind, in my opinion, my perspective, allegedly, who actually really cares about the bullet, bro? Why? Sometimes I watch this case, bro, and dead ass, I'm thinking to myself, like, come on, man. The defense, the people that are trying to say that that Tyler Robinson didn't do it, do these fucking people pay attention at all? Or I don't know. Because, like, are they not allowed to watch the internet? Like, if I was on the defense team, like, wouldn't I watch Baron Coleman? He's, like, actually a lawyer, and he's, like, analyzing the evidence. at least to get some, maybe a different perspective or whatever. Okay, now Lance Twiggs' DNA was also on the screwdriver found at the shooter's perch. Weird. And the towel that was wrapped around the rifle. Weird. Tyler confessed in a text message to Twiggs discussing retrieving the rifle, changing clothes, and evading police. We love you, Scotty. We're all sending love energy to your mom. Hope she's gonna be just fine after this stroke, bro. The scary stroke. I don't think it is. It's probably not. It's already done. Can we all just spam the chat with hearts for Scott's mom who just went to the ER? If you know anything about quantum physics says that our particles are entangled. So if we all now use our attention, where attention goes, energy flows, we all use our conscious perception of reality and send loving energy to this individual, our particles are entangled. So whatever happens here happens there, no matter the distance, instantaneously. We can actually energetically send love energy to this person. So if you could just spam the chat with hearts for her, that would be so awesome. Thank you guys for all being here. Scotty, your mom's going to be fine, bro. Your mom's going to be fine. All right. What other questions? You guys got questions? Like I said, we got at least another hour to go, bro. So like let's really dive into this. Let's see. Is there any info? Oh wait a second. This is a crucial piece, bro. Didn't Lance Twiggs say that he couldn't be 100% confident that Tyler was in those photos? I'm pretty positive. Cheers. We already killed the whole mug of lukewarm coffee. Damn. I'm a coffee machine. If you own a coffee brand, reach out to me. We could collab. I drink coffee all the time. Now tell me this, bro. Tell me more. Did you get very far? Tell me more. Yeah, does he have a car? Summer loving had me a blast. Come on now, guys. Wake up. We're here, bro. We're here. We're up. We're live in the flesh. Y'all remember that movie? Shit, I've been around on planet Earth since the late 1900s, bro. 1988 to be exact. That was one of my favoriteest movies of all time, bro. Okay. Twiggs photo identification. I wouldn't say with 100% certainty. When the prosecutors pulled up the FBI press release photos, 6 images in 2 rows showing a suspect from UVU surveillance footage. Like I said, bro, the reason I'm so... I mean, not only would I, one, already be super interested in this topic, but I live in Utah, bro. Like, UVU is literally like 10 minutes south from my house, bro. I've been to UVU before, bro. Like on the campus multiple times in my life. So it's just kind of hits home, it hits deep, bro. They asked Lance Twiggs if he recognized the person, and he gave a notably qualified answer. Let's just hear what Lance Twiggs has to say. Not from me. Let's hear him say it.
Be at our apartment while any of that was happening, regardless of what went down.
Okay, before he came home, had you seen the press releases, any of the media on this?
I'd seen one Instagram like link a friend of mine had sent in our group chat, but I hadn't really looked into it at all.
And had you seen the images that were released of the suspect?
I did the next day. I don't think I saw any on the 10th.
I'm going to show you a couple of those images. Okay, I'm on the FBI's website. You can see the URL there at the top. This is some press release about this event. And here on the screen, you see these, looks like there's 2 rows of 3 images.
Mm-hmm.
Do you recognize the person in these images?
I wouldn't say it with 100% certainty just because of camera quality, but that...
You're telling me that this fucking dude's boyfriend couldn't be 100% certain if that was his boyfriend? Someone who he supposedly had seen naked, dude? You know? They've been vulnerable together. I don't know about y'all, but I'm telling you right now, bro. I can recognize Queen Trip out of any crowd, bro. Any crowd. It's the way she walks. It's her hairstyle, like the way it sits on her shoulders, her little strut, how tall she is, her body shape. I would be able to identify her pretty easily, I would think. So the simple fact that Tyler Robinson's boyfriend said it in court, I wouldn't say with 100% certainty. I think that's a big plus for the defense. What do you think it is? Do you think that matters? Do you think do you really even care? The identification of the shooter from the surveillance was never going to be clean. You know what I'm saying? How is it not possible right now? They have cameras all over that place, and yet they don't have any footage of Tyler Robinson actually firing the gun. Weird, huh? It's weird, bro. It's weird. All they said that they have, the case doesn't depend on Twig's photo identification, though. They have text message confessions. Now, let me show you where these right here. See this? You see this? This was the very first thing that I thought, bro. This is the very first thing that I thought. Well, first of all, if this was a cover-up, it's very easy, bro. It is so easy to like change a contact name and put Tyler and write hearts and chit chat amongst each other back and forth with another phone number, because none of those even actually showed any sort of timestamps at all. Like any timestamps at all. Let's hear what they got to say.
Okay, and Tyler says, I'm still okay, my love, but I'm stuck in Orem for a little while longer yet. Shouldn't be long until I can come home, but gotta grab my rifle still. To be honest, I had hoped to keep this secret till I died of old age. I am sorry to involve you. And then Lance replies, you weren't the one who did it, right? And Tyler says, I am, I'm sorry. Lance says, I thought they caught the person. And then Tyler says, no, they grabbed some crazy old dude and interrogated someone in similar clothing. I had planned to grab my rifle from the drop point shortly after, but most of that side of town got locked down. It's quiet, almost enough to get out, but there's one vehicle.
Wait a minute. You're telling me, what was his name? George Zinn, right? George Zinn, the crazy guy that stood up and started yelling that he shot Charlie and dropped his pants and then got arrested for doing so. And then they found CSAM on that person's phone. And then that specific individual is tied to another crazy conspiracy, 9/11. The layers go deep, boy. The layers go deep. Layers on layers on layers. What about the image of Tyler in the parking garage, walking past the concrete pillar. You guys know what I'm talking about? You guys know what I'm talking about? You guys know what I'm talking about? This pillar, this pillar, this pillar. All right, guys, just real quick, bro, while we're getting this to load up. Facebook, bro. There's a pin, there's a link that's pinned to the top of the chat. It's a kick chat, bro. YouTube, it's pinned to the top of the chat. I need one of the goals I'm trying to reach on Kick is I need freaking 100 separate individuals to chat. Just chat in my chat before I can reach the next stage. So even if you don't want to kick it in Kick, can y'all just come over, hit the follow button, comment a red, green, and a yellow heart? I'd appreciate it. You would just be doing what you always do and helping me follow my dreams and my goals. And my goal right now is to grow my Kick. So if you would be so obliged to help a motherfucker out, that would be awesome. For Facebook too, Kick is, you watch Facebook like this, Kick lets you watch it like that. Long ways. The stream, I feel personally, looks just way better. But that's up to you. Okay, where's this image at?
Mr. Robinson on campus.
Okay, the concrete pillar image, what the records actually show. The image you're thinking of someone walking past a concrete pillar in what appears to be a parking structure comes from a specific surveillance clip that Agent Hall testified about, not from Twig's testimony. What's up, Vox? Thank you, bro. Thank you for the sub, bro. What's up? What's up? Okay. Will it show me the image or it takes me? Oh, right here. This is what I'm talking about. I got a little picture for you. This is going to be crazy for you. Here's another little weird piece, bro. If you haven't seen this, maybe you just hit the like button a bunch of times if you're live, or just hit the like button on the video if you're watching this later. Okay, check this out. Tyler Robinson supposedly is walking past this place. It's in a parking garage on Utah Valley University's premises. And then we're going to go over to X and go over to Diligent Denizen and show you something here, okay?
He's wearing different clothing, and he also is walking with a gait or a limp in this video.
Boom.
With a gate or what?
A limp.
Okay.
Let's run that back real quick. Oh, forward.
Okay. And why do you believe it's Mr. Robinson?
Okay, real quick. I'm going to do something real fast, okay? Just real fast, real fast, real fast. What's up, C. Dean? What's up, dude? Okay, first of all, I'm going to point you up to the top right here. This is weird now that we're seeing this in real time, okay? See this timestamp up here? You can see my mouse moving, can't you? Up here in the time stamper right here. You see how this says 11:54? If I just go back one, watch this. They tried to submit this, bro. They tried to submit this as evidence, okay? Check this out. You see it says 11:53 at the top, bro.
Why? Well, let me ask you this. You believe this is Mr. Robinson returning?
11:53. Watch this.
Yes.
Okay. And why do you believe it?
Boom. You see it? Now it says 11:54 in 1 second. Let me run it back a full clip so you can see the whole thing. Pay attention.
Mr. Robinson returning back to campus the same way that he did previously on foot.
And this takes just a moment.
11:53.
And why? Well, let me ask you this.
Real quick, you could also pay attention to this white car right here. All of a sudden, it just like seems to go through some sort of wormhole and disappear as this all of a sudden jumps 1 minute.
You believe this is Mr. Robinson returning to campus?
I do, yes.
Okay. And why do you believe it's Mr. Robinson?
The shoes are the same.
Oh my gosh, I messed it up. Sorry.
Way that he did previously on foot.
And this takes just a moment. And why? Well, let me ask you this. You believe this is Mr. Robinson returning to campus?
I do, yes.
Okay. And why do you believe it's Mr. Robinson?
The shoes are the same.
Did you guys see the white car disappear? Tell me you guys saw that. The white car disappear. Boom, it's flashed before your eyes. Right when the car disappears, all of a sudden the time frame jumps up a minute. Why would they submit that? What happens? What did he do? What did he do during that period of time? Why wouldn't they submit the full clip if he stood there for that long? Maybe if, he stood there for a little bit longer, his boyfriend, Lance Twiggs, would be able to identify him instead of saying that he looks like him because he wears pants and has a shirt and shoes and shit, like he tried to say. The only thing that I could think of, which basically goes right along with what old Baron Coleman said, he's either on the phone, making a phone call, or someone's pulling up and meeting him. It's the only thing. Why would it seem as if that time just jumped right up and the car just disappeared, bro? What else could it be? Why can't we see that? Why can't we see what he's doing this whole entire time? I got to keep going with this clip because I'm going to show you. Remember here?
The images that we have are from my viewing and seeing Mr. Robinson on the video, it's the same person.
Pay attention right here when he walks past the pillar.
He's noticeably wearing different clothing.
He is wearing different clothing, and he also is walking with a gait or a limp in this video.
Bam. Look at that. Pay attention to this. You see how tall this motherfucker is? Okay. We're going to just come up over here. We're going to drop this out. We're going to pull up X. We're going to come up over to X. We're going to search diligent. I don't even know this diligent Danzig. What's his name? Right there. Boom. Check this out, bro. This is gonna be crazy, bro. Where is it at? I know you got the images, bro. Did you just share it? I swear I've seen pictures, bro. I've seen pictures that he shared right here. Boom. Tell me what's up, bro. This person went down to UVU and had someone go measure this place that's showed in the footage, and it definitely shows that this individual is way taller than Tyler Robinson. Way taller than Tyler Robinson? You got two eyes to look and one eye to see, or what? You tell me. Were the police dogs able to sniff out the gun? I love how Webb right here says what Tyler said the dogs sniffed out and then what the dogs actually were doing. Okay. This is one of the most striking lines from the text exchange, and your instinct is spot on. Thanks, Webb. I appreciate that. Tyler explicitly says he believes the canines found the rifle. In the text read into evidence during day 4 of the preliminary hearing, Tyler tells Lance,
little snitching bastard. Then Tyler says, only thing I left was the rifle wrapped in a towel. I'll bet that canine sniffed it out. Little snitching bastard. Replace it unlikely. I don't fully know what the gun was because it was old as shit, and Gramps did some modifying. There was a 4-digit serial on it. God only knows who it's registered to. Hopefully some...
Wait, I thought it was your grandpa's gun. Weird. If it was your grandpa's gun, wouldn't you know that who it was registered to? Now, there's only one direct mention of a canine's purpose in the hearing's testimony. The witness testified that canines were present at the scene in their understandings that the dogs were used in an effort to track an individual that had jumped off of the roof, meaning tracking the shooter's scent from the rooftop escape point. The same witness acknowledged, obviously, that didn't produce any results or we would have heard about that. What do you think? I mean, from what I understand, you know what I'm saying? From what I've seen from what Candace has provided, bro, it doesn't look like it doesn't look like the dog ever was able to even sniff out the scent of gunpowder. Like, you know, you walk and go to the airport and TSA and stuff, bro, and they got those dogs to be able to smell like microscopic explosive particles. And that's like pretty much what happens. It's like a bullet is pretty much an explosion inside, right? So it should leave residue relatively everywhere. Wait, if explosions leave residue, what can you tell me about the ground where Kirk was parentheses shot parentheses being excavated? There might not be anything. They might not have even said anything about it. I don't think that they did say anything about it. What I'm hoping is that Webb has that clip that freaking Candace showed where the person who actually did the excavating was talking about it. There's no mentions. We're going to have to go look for it. I'm going to have to go search for it right here, bro. Right there, Webb. What's up, Webb? We see you, Webb. We're using you, Webb. We're here, dude. Let's go ahead and just hit that repost. Boom. Streaming right now. Streaming right now using Webb. Bam. What's up, dude? Shout out Webb. Theweb.io. For everybody who's just coming up onto the stream real fast, let me go ahead and just drop the link again inside of the chat. You can have access to this platform for only $5 for your first month. I'm going to drop it in all chats again. It's theweb.io. You can have access to this today for $5. This is not a paid advertisement. I'm telling you right now, this is me just doing it organically because I fuck with Webb. I fuck with Buyer. That's why I talk about Buyer. If you go and purchase Webb for $5 right now, I do not get any of that. I promote it because I feel like this tool is necessary for Team Human, bro, because there's so much information that's needed, bro. Do you think that any of us realistically have time to go through all of these files? And then on top of that, it's just like in this beautiful little dashboard that makes looking through it about keywords or topics or any sentence or question you could think of to be able to find all that information for you instead of having to go to like the justice.gov website and click 1,000 links to be able to look at the Epstein files. Me and Queen Trip were asking AI about it, and it would actually take someone like 72 years if they look through the files all day, every day for 8 hours, one file at a time. It would take you 72 years. And now because of Webb, it takes me just a quick little prompt. The AI's got to think, and then it gives me the information. It's undeniably the best research tool. They do have higher paid tiers of subscription to where if you have specific data that you want to be able to pilfer through that's quite large, to be able to have that little chat bot there up on the side to be able to ask questions and have it find everything that's applicable to what you specifically are researching in real time. Like I said, click the link that I dropped in all of the chats. It's only $5 to start. The higher tiers allow you to upload pretty much as much data as you want. And then depending on how much data you upload, obviously the tiers get a little bit more expensive, depending on how much data you are personally trying to pilfer through. Let's go Tyler Robinson ground, or Charlie Kirk UVU grounds excavation. Where is this at, bro? We're gonna find this clip, bro. Hey, what's up, Ian? I seen you. What's up, Ian? Shout out Ian Carroll. Come jump on my stream sometime, Ian. Please. Just kidding. I just would really actually just love to have a conversation with him, actually. That's just me, though. He doesn't even ever have to be on camera. I just want to talk to him. I would love to ask him questions about shit. I'm not finding it, bro. Anyways, it was the guy who actually did the excavation that they tore up all of the ground, bro. They tore all the ground up, bro. And the only reason you really want to even think, I think you would pull up all the ground is if you were trying to get rid of explosive residue. Because you wouldn't need to dig up a big ass area around where he got shot just for blood splatter. And you couldn't actually even say that it was to collect bullet fragments, because you had 7 bullet fragments and you only sent off 4 to get tested. So you can't say that you were worrying about bullet fragments over there, but then not really caring about providing all of the evidence for ATF to analyze. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying, homie? All right, guys, come on. You guys got questions? I know you guys got questions. What's a crazy question? What's a crazy question? This is all just data from the preliminary hearings. You know what I mean? They're just pulling it straight off of the website. They've been able to, it's kind of actually sick, put the whole entire transcript inside of Webb. They uploaded that data set of the transcript into Webb, and then it lets you search all of it. Yeah, the guy who paved over the area. Oh, it's right there. Gotcha. Let's go right here. Melissa Clark. Shout out to Melissa Clark, everybody. Everybody, you could just say right now, thank you. I love you, Melissa, because she found me the link I was looking for. That's what I'm talking about, homie. 41 minutes. Do you know the timestamp? Dang. Okay. Let me see right here. I could probably ask Perplexity. I was hired to pave over Charlie Kirk's death scene. It's a YouTube video by the content creator Jimmy Rex. It's a 51-minute video, and I'm looking for the exact timestamp of when he's talking about excavating it. Can you find that timestamp for me?
I searched for information about that 51-minute YouTube video from Jimmy Rex, but I couldn't find a timestamp or detailed breakdown that mentions excavating Charlie Kirk's death scene. It looks... I couldn't find this...
I didn't think that was going to work either, dude. Hey, Amy, what's up? I see you up in here, Amy. What's up? Let's just go.
Of the Jimmy Rex show today on the podcast, I have a We Are the They member, a good friend of mine, get into how that all happened for you. Sure. Well, so
Interestingly enough, I came and met with you about your Zen garden. That was right when it happened. I was on my way back.
What he said, but people still want to focus on the 20. I'm like, that sucker said a lot of shit before anybody to you.
No, and she didn't come after me either. At least what I saw. I stopped watching. You know, it was like...
Well, she wasn't really coming after anybody. She was just trying to get the story right. You know?
Well,
I think he's talking about Candace Owens.
Now, there was a few that were coming after me that were...
Sure, there was others that... Yeah, I said Candace, though. She was just trying to get the story right.
Yeah.
Well...
I just thought it was interesting that none of them... You know, I reached out to a few of them.
They didn't get back to you?
No, nothing. It's like, dude, they wanted to be an echo chamber. And they wanted the...
Well, it's one of the things, so the last couple of weeks, I've really... I made a couple videos, you know, just explaining the history of what's going on in Iran and some other things, and you kind of got to be willing to take on some noise when you do that. Then I realized, I'm like, you know what? Like, I've been watching this Iran thing now, a TV, like, this is the best TV show ever. Well, they...
Okay, where's it at, dude?
Right?
Yeah.
Valuable, man. It's so powerful. When you learn that lesson...
To do more of. There was just that cloud. There was a cloud in my home. There was a cloud in the valley. I'm at home with my family, and I get a call, and I don't answer my phones on Sunday. They left a message, and the gentleman said, "Hey, you know, this is kind of weird," and he was kind of hemming and hawing on the phone.
This was 5 days later then?
Yes,
You said it was on this Sunday? Okay.
Yeah, on Sunday. And he says, "We've got a paver emergency." I'm like, the hell is
when the hell's a paver emergency?
Exactly, right? I'm thinking, this guy's, what the hell? You know, so anyways, I wasn't going to even respond because I don't typically do that. But I'm like, paver emergency. You know, part of my MO is I like to be useful, you know, where I can be help, you know. So I texted the guy. I said, look, I don't work on Sundays. My guys don't work on Sundays. You know, I'm happy to call you on Monday. What's a paver emergency? So he sends me pictures of right where Charlie was murdered. And he says, we need to put pavers in this place. So I called him, and the guy seemed like a genuine good dude. He says, you know, look, we don't have a whole lot of answers. We're told by, you know, people above us that we've got to put pavers in, you know, today and tomorrow. It needs to be in by Monday. And we've never done pavers, we've never installed them, and we want to make sure we do it right. And he says, would you come help? I said, 100%. So I went and got my shit. I got my trailer. I started calling my guys, and none of my guys answered. And so I started calling my other guys, you know, my brothers. And then I called another, you know, so I put together this ragtag team, you know, of guys that we showed up on that Sunday, you know, within an hour and a half of when they called us with our trailer. And we met with a couple of dudes. I was telling you, you know, there wasn't a whole lot of information. There was two guys that were kind of in charge.
So by this point, it's all dug up and everything.
Everything's
what did it look like?
It was, I've got pictures, you know, I could give you pictures of exactly, when I showed up, I took pictures of what it looked like. They had taken out about 10 inches of the dirt around the whole place, right? You know, right now you can see where the pavers are, everything under that, probably 10 inches had been excavated.
Why do you think they excavated so much dirt? You think that they were trying to make sure they got any bullet fragments or anything that was in there?
I wasn't looking at it with that lens, dude.
Really?
I wasn't.
It didn't even cross your mind?
It didn't cross my mind. Here's the thing. You know, you were saying...
I don't know. I don't know what that funny business is all about. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what that funny business is all about. What about you, player? I have not done a video on Hunter Biden yet. Maybe I might have to. Weird. Weird. Seems kind of sus. I don't know about you. You guys have any questions? Today is Friday. I just got my son for 3 weeks of the summer. If you guys don't have any questions, now's your time. I think that's all we're going to run for today. But next week, Queen Trip, she doesn't work all week. Oh, you want to ask a real crazy question? You guys want to ask a real crazy question? Let's check this out real fast. Just real fast. Can you tell me about the acid, like pallets of it that was bought and shipped to Jeffrey's Island after indictment? Okay, so real quick, also while we're doing that, you guys, I do have merch. Just saying, tripoverdrip.shop. I'll drop it in all the chats. We got a whole bunch of shit. I sent some shit off to New Zealand today. Bro. Is that crazy? I just dropped it in all the chats. Tripoverdrip.shop. Actually, if we do this real quick, check this out. Don't use that link. Let's do this live on stream. Right now, I'm going to give you all, if you guys want to support the channel, I'm going to give you all a discount code. We're just going to go ahead and we'll do 25% off everything. The discount code is going to be Webb, capital W. But if you use this link, you won't have to put in the code at the end. One second, don't go nowhere. All right, ready. Let's go like this. Hit the shareable link. Get that shareable link. Right now, you could also scan the QR code on the screen, but I'll drop the link in the chat. We'll drop the link right here. Use this link for 25% off all items, bro. 25% off. Or use code Webb, capital W at checkout. $25 off. 25% off. Okay, what were we doing real fast? I don't recall. Oh, yeah. What the documents show and what they don't show about the acid shipments to Epstein's Island. Direct answer, I found no documentation in this collection of acid being purchased or shipped to Epstein's Island, but chemicals and supplies were routinely shipped to the island. No, there was. I remember. I seen it. I maybe used the wrong word. Pallets of acid. Are there documents showing an increase of chemicals purchased for the island after the indictment? Weird. I swear I heard something about it. Maybe I stand corrected. I was wrong. There's nothing in the files. Nothing really says, huh? There's pallets of paint thinner and cleaning products. There's nothing in the documents. I swear I seen it, bro. Maybe I was wrong. 330 gallons of sulfuric acid. Question mark. Is Deepak in the Deepak Chakra? Yeah, bro. Deepak Chopra? Yeah, bro. Deepak was all involved in the toddler robots, bro. You want to look into that real fast, dude? If you want to look into that real fast, I need hella aliens up in the chat, dude. All right. About the acid. Yes, sulfuric acid was purchased for the island, but for a legitimate reason. The documents confirm that sulfuric acid was purchased and used and on Little St. James for the island's reverse osmosis seawater desalination plant, the system that turned seawater into drinking water. Right here. That a chemical feed pump for sulfuric acid will be installed in line prior to the calcium carbonate reactor to help balance the pH to between 7 and 7.9. There was an electrical connection installed for the feed pump. The sulfuric acid has been purchased. Interesting. Interesting. Crazy. Crazy. All right, guys. I hope you have a blessed weekend, bro. I love you guys so much. Thank you for always showing up and turning out. Remember, like I said, 25% off all merch. Use code Webb, capital W, at checkout. I love you. I hope you guys have a great weekend.